And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy FlyIsland guy. Today we are back in Cherbourg, France, and we're going to be making our way over to a small town in Germany called Memmingen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Memmingen. Today we're going to be carrying a full load of passengers, some emergency workers, so we need to make sure that they get there nice and safe. We have all our engines fired up. We're just completing a few last checks here on the ground before we get things started. But man, have I had a time in this CJ4, and I don't mean that in a good way. I've been dealing with a lot of crashes, so I thought that issue was going to go away, or I was hoping it would go away, but some reason it seems to have gotten worse, and I don't know if that is an issue with the actual CJ4 itself or where I've been flying. I was actually trying to do a flight to Aberdeen, Scotland, and basically when I reach the same spot every single time, sim will crash. But in general, I've only been experiencing crashes in the CJ4, so I don't know if it's specific to the CJ4 or what. I've been looking up in the forums, and other people have been complaining about it, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's one of those issues where everyone's going to be kind of pointing fingers at each other. So I don't really foresee anything substantial coming from that anytime soon. But it's a bit of a shame because this is like my favorite aircraft to fly right now. Alright, so we have everything all set as far as our FMC is concerned, and flight plan is in. Funnily enough, today we weren't really given a proper flight plan. I'm not sure what's going on with SimBrief. SimBrief's literally just given us a direct shot to our destination. That's been happening a couple times as well, so I don't know what's going on there either. But you know, I'll take it. Nothing wrong with the straight flight. We're going to be departing runway 28 here in Cherbourg today, and yeah, I think we are pretty much ready to go. So let's keep our fingers crossed for a crash-free flight today. And I hate that I actually have to say that, because I've literally never had issues with the CJ4. But such is the world that we live in, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. How does upload these vehicles, man? Alright, so I'm just making my way to runway 28, and to make sure I'm going the right way. Alright, I gotta go through here, which is very weird. How are you supposed to get out of here? Because that's technically a parking spot that I just went through. Or maybe go over here, I guess. I don't know. Absolutely beautiful day here in Cherbourg. Not a cloud in the sky except in the distance. And the last time I tried to fly out of here, it was actually raining pretty hard at that. So let's hope that the weather gods bless us for the majority of the trip. there's something or someone on the runway. Pretty sure they said they're gonna fix that. I've been seeing this a lot as well. It's a little frustrating too. Kind of taxi in a straight line. It's annoying. Alright, so I didn't bother with the safety briefing today. I just want to get a flight on the way and complete it. If I could do that, I'm going to have a good night. So. Alright, let's turn and line up. Alrighty. Takeoff mode activated. We are, I wouldn't say heavy today, but full load of passengers, so our rotate speed's a little higher than normal. It's around 101. Normally it's around like 96 knots. Just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get our landing lights on. Strobes. Whatever that light is. I think it's like a tail light or something. And I also want you guys to get a quick look at the livery before we take off. So just block your ears for a sec. Yeah, bro, this is about as sexy as it gets. This livery is fairly new. You can find it on flightsim.to. It was created probably a couple weeks ago, so it looks awesome. All right, let's bounce, y'all. Toga. Gonna try and hold the center line, which I've been doing a horrible job of lately. Should be coming up on V1. Rotates.
Airborne time locked.
And gear up. Goodbye, Cherbourg Airport. Let's hope this is the lucky flight. Going to climb. We are heading in completely the opposite direction. So I'm going to be lazy right now. I'm going to go into heading mode. And let's turn around. Flight level change as well. Let's put that up. Let's put that up to 250. Although I'll go back to 240. I want to play a little conservative since we're flying an on-air job. And flaps can come up too. So this is a beautiful French morning, and I've said it for like 5 times already, but it really does look good today. Alright, and Let's get back to our flight path. And once it lines up, you can go into nav mode. All right. And nav mode. No. And we should start turning once we hit, or once we get close enough to it. All right. We're well over 10,000 feet, so our landing lights could come off. So yeah, as I mentioned before, I keep saying we. I have been dealing with a lot of crashes in this aircraft. So yeah, I've been trying to scour the forums, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Mainly because in a sense, I kind of want to be pumping out content right now, and a lot of my flights are being done with the CJ4, and so there's not really much of an alternative for a business jet, right? Like right now, all I could do is kind of move up to bigger jets, and I'm still trying to master the CRJ, so I'm not 100% comfortable flying that around a lot, and so kind of like cuts down the aircraft that I could fly with, and as much as the piston aircraft and the turboprops are cool, it's just a little too slow sometimes, especially if you want to go fairly long distances. So I don't know, I'm hoping something comes out of this. I had the G3000 mod installed, got rid of that. Although the crashes were happening before I installed that, but kind of that's just one less thing to worry about, and that's one of the troubleshooting steps that they also told me to do last time when they had issues with this aircraft. So yeah, we shall see how things go. In the meantime though, let's take a look at this place, Memmingen. Because I have never heard about it before. So it's brand new to me. So let's see. We have... this is the airport at a glance. Which, although this is cool, it's not exactly what I want to see right now. And this website's in German. So let's go to this wiki travel website just to see what this place is all about. So alright. So Memmingen is a small town with central functions in a rural area of Bavaria. I know about that name. I know it has to do with Germany, but that's about it. Oh, so Bavaria is the federal state of Germany. So that's where the town's located. And, well, the city is located. The city has about 41,000 people. So it's a decent size. It's not large, but, you know, got a good amount of people there. The numerous courtyards, patricians' houses, and fortification in this old town are well worth seeing. Due to its proximity to the Allgäu region, it is also a popular base for tourists who are planning to visit the Bavarian Alps or Lake Constance. Alright. So how can we get there? There's three ways you can get there. Obviously by plane. That's what we're doing now. So the airport that we're flying to now is located about 2.5 kilometers from the city center. Ryanair serves the airport. As well as and offers flights from Algero, Alicante, Dublin, Edinburgh, Faro, Girona, London, Stansted, Malaga, Oslo, Palma, Porto, Rus, Rome, Shannon, Stockholm, Skavsta, Trapani, and Valencia. And apparently Wizz Air also flies there as well. So you can also go by railway station or by train and by car. And all of those are actually really close to the city center. So I'm hoping that we actually get to fly kind of right over the city or near to the city on the way in. So apparently the town is small enough so you can reach everywhere by walking. You could also bike as well. And they said biking is good because apparently you can get around independently from the rather poor public transportation system. And moreover, this way you might even visit some attractions in and around Memmingen, which are not easy to reach by foot. If it's not easy to reach by foot, how is it easy to get there by bike? Oh, distance. Okay, gotcha. However, if you plan to visit nearby attractions out of town, taking a bus might be the right choice. And the bus station is right next to the train station. And yeah. So places to see include the medieval old town, which has the marketplace, which is one of the most picturesque sites in the town. Surrounded by the town hall and the steer house or the tax house, and there's a farmer's market there on Tuesday and Saturday mornings. The medieval city gates and towers is another spot. St. Martin's Church, Antonierkloster, which is the well-preserved former Hospital Brothers of St. Anthony Monastery, and another monastery called Crucerinister. No idea how to pronounce that. On top of that, there's like municipal parks and stuff as well. Alright, this is a cool little spot to check out. Definitely, if you have the opportunity, go and find out a little bit more about Memmingen, and we'll at least get to see it from above, hopefully, today. Alright. Let's take one last look at our instruments. We are almost at our cruising altitude today. We're only going up to 37,000 feet, which is fairly low compared to how high we normally fly in the CJ4. And look at this, we got a crazy 80 knot crosswind. So that's really slowing us down, and we'll like crab pretty hard into the wind in order to stay on our flight path. So this is going to be something to watch out for. Before I head out, just going to take a quick look at the weather in Memmingen. And right now we're looking at winds out of 210 knots or 200 knots. Visibility is about 6 nautical miles or 6 miles, give or take. Temperature is pretty cool right now, 1 degree C, and the ceiling is 7,000 feet. And we have few and broken clouds. I'm going to double check windy.com over in the corner here as well. Yep, about to level off. And let's see, we're looking at The weather looks fairly clear, but yeah, I don't 100% trust. I don't 100% trust Microsoft, well, the live weather on here compared to the real world weather. All right, so just before we head out, let's see. I never know where to go. Literally just there. Flight log. En route says 12 minutes. Can't be that short. Surely it can't be that short. I think the flight time is supposed to be about an hour or so. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. So this is just probably how long we'll be flying for. But yeah, the actual flight is about hour 15 minutes or so. It's not really super long. But what I'll do is once we start our descent, which is going to be in roughly 300 nautical miles, according to this, because we're right in the center of that circle, then I'll come back and we'll discuss the approach, and let's hope the sim survives long enough so we can actually see Memmingen and explore from the sky. Alright, so I'm just going to sit back and relax and chill for a little while, and I'll talk to you guys when I get back. Alright, take care. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We have started our descent into Memmingen. As you can see, there's been a fair bit of cloud cover in the area, but things should be clearing up as we get closer. As you can see, when we look ahead, it's a good amount of clear sky in front of us. We're heading down towards the airport, so if we just take a quick look at our approach. So our approach right now is basically going to have us heading straight to the airport. And if we want to, we can tune this this VOR. We don't have to, but actually I think I will. So let's go tune. I normally put the VOR into nav 2. So go 117.2. Boop. And then in order to track the VOR, we can come up here to PFD menu and go to bearing source. And let's select VOR 2. But this should be pointing directly at the airport right now. As you can see, ALD, and it's showing the distance from the VOR. And this is, sorry, ALD? Yeah, sorry, ALD. Sorry, I tuned this and I was looking at that. So yeah, ALD. There's a couple other things for us to put in as well. Let's go ahead and look at the approach performance. We already input all of our information. As you can see, the altitude is 1,988 feet, which is close enough to 2,000 feet, which is the altitude for the airport. Now we've already sent our VREF and V approach speeds. We come over here to, and this is stuff that I kind of forget to do half the time. If we come down, this is our VREF and V approach speeds. We can go ahead and set those, and those will actually show up in the on the speed tape as we get down to those altitudes. What else you need to do is set our minimums. I normally choose barrel. You could select RA as well if that's more appropriate. Minimums for this airport, for doing the ILS approach, it is 2253. So we're gonna come here. I actually forgot this isn't the CRJ, so setting the altitude isn't gonna take forever. 2260 should do the trick. Alright. We can turn off the rest menu. Yeah, we're pretty much good to go. So we're just doing this an idle descent right now. And just letting VNav do its thing. I mean, really, at the end of the day, this isn't going to be as exciting as an approach as it could be, because I mean, basically VNav is, well, there's no real waypoints until we get to the initial approach fix. So VNav is pretty much just taking us all the way down to the all the way down to the initial approach fix, which is pretty much the airport. And then we're just gonna kind of fly out, do a little circle, and then intercept the localizer for runway. What runway is it? 24? Yeah, runway 24. Now, so yesterday, well, not yesterday, but as I said, I was trying to do flights to Aberdeen. I almost had a mini heart attack just now. I thought the game froze. Flying into Aberdeen at around this point is when the sim crashed, and so I did the flight about 3 or 4 times, and always crashed in the same point about an hour into the flight as we were kind of doing our approach. So I don't know if it was something specific to that area, but I mean, I've had crashes elsewhere, but in this case, doing this specific flight, the crash was pretty much occurring in the same spot. So I'm just trying to keep my fingers crossed, thinking positive and being in a positive mindset that this will work itself out. Transition altitude at this airport is 5,000 feet. I feel like I haven't put that in. I feel like that goes somewhere. So VNav set up. I did not set that up. Yeah, I definitely missed that. Yeah. So transition altitude 5,000. Oh, couldn't set it. That sucks. FL050 maybe? Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me change that, but it is what it is. Alright, so as we're getting closer down, like, things are starting to look a lot better. Man, I'm loving how crisp everything looks. I don't remember looking like this before. So here's a town below us. I actually do not know what that is. I wonder if I could find out. So this looks like Ochsenhausen. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ochsenhausen. So that's where that's what that is over there. That's that town there. Man, there's a lot of towns in this area. We're about to cross past Berkeim and Illerbacken. I knew I was gonna hate coming to Europe. So this is Berkeim. I think this is Berkeim here, maybe. And I think this is. Oh, this might be Berkeim here. Not too sure. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's go back and take a quick look at the cockpits. Oh, we're looking. Alright, so we are below 10,000, so landing lights can come back on. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and let the passengers know that we are about to land.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, snow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking lot. Thank you.
All right, short and sweet. Let's go ahead and let's go flaps 1. Or flaps 15, sorry. That guy is down. The sun blinging off the wing piece. And let's see. I'm just gonna let the plane do its thing. I'm not really gonna try and slow down or anything like that until we're actually established on the localizer. So looking good. Airport should be straight ahead. Can't see it. One of the funny things is when I look back at the replays when I'm kind of doing these look-arounds, I'm like, I can't see the airport. The airport's like right in front of me the whole time. So we're probably right above it. Still not seeing it though. Alright, just gonna watch my speed. Alright, we definitely shot past the airport just now. So not too sure exactly where it was. We're definitely right above it. Alright, so our glide slope is also I don't know how you say it. Armed? Is it armed? That's what you call it? Let me set our altimeter as well. Forgot to do that. There we go. Okay, so good stuff. Starting our turn on base. Still awesome looking farmland. Farmhouses below. It's kind of weird. Trying to figure out if that's like 2D or 3D. I don't know, it looks pretty darn cool though. Alright, so we're about to turn on to final soon, so I'm going to go ahead, approach mode. And yeah, the localizer should automatically be activated. Boom, there we go. Localizer and glide slope are live and active. Right, airport is straight ahead. Gonna go
landing gear.
All right, fully configured. Awesome stuff, man. I'm really looking forward to actually landing in a populated area at some point. Well, more populated, like a big city. We probably would have gotten that if Aberdeen was nowhere as crashing every 2 seconds, but it's all good. So I'm going to slow down, get a little closer to our approach speed. And this is also a third-party scenery that we're going to be landing at here today. Available on flightsim.to. I'm going to make sure that the document is updated by the time this video comes out. Getting a little too low now. And while we are descending towards the runway, I am going to double check where we're supposed to be going once we actually land. Taxi. Alright, so it looks like all the good stuff happens off to our right. What's happening wind-wise? Alright, so it looks like we have a fairly straight headwind.
Wind 240 at 14 knots.
And I'm gonna go fly it by hand from here.
Autopilot.
Let me back up just a little bit. Says we're too low. Gonna continue. Should be good though. So we've got a nice little crab angle going on too. So I'm just gonna give it a right rudder just before we touch down. There it is.
Landing time locked.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memmingen, Germany. One day I'm gonna land at a place where I can pronounce the name, but today is not the day, apparently. So beautiful, beautiful approach, beautiful day, beautiful landing. It's fairly dark. Well, it's darker than I thought it would be. It's supposed to be like morning time, so. All right. At some point, I'm gonna try and start doing recordings of the landings, but most of the time I just forget, so. So far the scenery looks pretty normal. I don't know if that's I have no idea what this airport looks like. But this is definitely a free scenery though. The only thing that I could say makes it stand out a little bit is that little like radar thing above the tower. Alright, got some buildings inside here. Alright. I saw the like radar antenna thing spinning around. So I thought I did. Hope I'm not going crazy. But it feels good to have a successful flight. I guess what I should do is just kind of pray and be positive for each one. But I was definitely batting 1,000 for crashes before. Alright, so it looks like we do have a marshal here. Not this guy standing in the middle of the, there he goes. He just teleported. The heck? Okay. I think I went too far just now. Yeah. Alright folks, we can't call it over till the engines are off, so beacon off, some come off.
Engine off time locked. Fleet is finished.
Fleet.
It has been monitored by on air.
Fleet is finished. Fleet is finished. Okay, I gotta change that voice for real. But it is in line with our region right now. So, all right, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. Let me just get everything switched off. Let's get these guys come off. These guys come off. We'll continue. All right. So we are all shut off now. But yeah, I'm gonna add the link to this livery as well. I absolutely love how it looks. And I've been wanting to switch away from the Gen 2 livery for a while. There wasn't anything that was really capturing my attention. But I think this has to be by far the best CJ4 livery that's out right now. Look at the detailing right here. This says Tempus Fugit, which is Latin for time flies, which is very, which is pretty cool. So make sure you get your hands on this livery as well. I'll link, as I said, I'll link the place to go and download it, and just make sure you shout out the creator, because this is on point. Based on a real aircraft, a Citation X, I believe. It just looks awesome. Anyway, that's it for me, folks. I'm just happy that I was able to complete a flight. Love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'm out. Peace. Oh, stay safe. And most of all, stay fly. Now I can say peace. I'm really out of practice. Take care, everyone.